What are you doing? You got some peanut butter on your face, baby. Yeah. Yum. Is that yummy? Is it 2 thumbs up?
Hi friends. It's been a while since I've done a like sit down and chat kind of vlog. I feel like our last many vlogs have been kind of running around, either filming in the car or just like random snippets of our life, which is fun. But I am now in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy, and I thought it would be a good time to just sit down, have a little chat, let y'all know what's up and how things are going, and also document some of this pregnancy for myself for the future. So let's start with cravings. Cravings. I have talked a little bit about my cravings. So overall, this pregnancy had a real strong craving for chai tea lattes. That lasted a while. Actually, ooh, that sounds really good. I haven't thought about a chai tea latte in a while. I went through a phase with them and then haven't touched them in a bit, but maybe I'll make myself one this afternoon. So chai tea lattes. I had a chicken strip obsession for a while. I'm trying to think of what else. Lately, the big one has been grapefruit. I got like 1 grapefruit, and it was such a pain to peel that I thought I was never gonna get grapefruit again because I can't. Maybe it's just me. If you have a secret to peeling grapefruit, please let me know. But after that 1 grapefruit, I was like, no, I don't care how intense this craving is, I'm swearing off them. But then I found those like containers of grapefruit that you can get at Meijer. They like come in like the juice or whatever, all pre-cut. So I bought one of those, but it was like $8, and Travis said I'm not allowed to do that anymore. So then we found a bag of grapefruit at Sam's Club. It's like 10 pounds, and I, of course, was not going to peel them, but I begged and pleaded for my husband to do it for me, and so he bought me the bag of grapefruit, peeled it all up, put it in the fridge in little, like, you know, bite-sized grapefruit pieces, and I've been snacking on that. I have just about finished the entire Sam's Club size bag of grapefruit myself. It's a lot of grapefruit. And I think I'm gonna go back for more the next time we go to Sam's Club. Can't really think of anything else. I mean, ice cream, but what pregnant lady doesn't crave ice cream, you know? Okay, pregnancy symptoms. I mean, I would say the usual pregnancy symptoms, right? Insomnia, constipation, hemorrhoids. If you've been pregnant, you know. Other than that, I like injured my back. I was just like deep cleaning various parts of my house. And something that I did that day, my body did not like. And I don't know if I like threw something out of alignment in my back, or if it's like I pulled a muscle, or if this is like sciatica pain, or like what is going on. But I've had that lately, and now I can't hardly put weight on my right side without, it's like a shooting kind of pain in my lower right back, like kind of into my booty. So that's been new. Hoping that doesn't last much longer, because it makes it really hard to do, like, you know, anything. And then the newest and most concerning in my mind symptom that I've had so far this pregnancy is heartburn. Guys, I did not have heartburn with Renna. When I was pregnant with her, nothing like this. That I remember like at all. I don't have it so much during the day, but when I lay down at night, something about being horizontal, it's like sometimes I can't even get to sleep because of it. So I've been taking Tums as needed. I was reading a lot about it, and apparently you're just not supposed to eat food for like 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. And I'm like, okay, but like I don't eat dinner until like 8 o'clock normally, and then I go to bed at like 9 or 10. So I'm not really sure what to do about that. I found that as long as I try to eat smaller dinners, and then I'm habitual dessert eater, like every night I have to have something sweet to end my night. So depending on what I choose for that, I found out ice cream, out. Cannot do ice cream with the heartburn. It just, my body won't let me, and it's not worth it. So I've been avoiding ice cream as long as I don't eat anything like citrusy late at night. I found that it's okay. So I don't know. I'm still kind of experimenting with figuring out what to do about that problem. So if you have any great heartburn tips, let me know. I am all ears. Coupled with the insomnia, it has not been making for like a ton of great sleep for me. So I am very open to suggestions if you have anything to share. What else is new this pregnancy? I finally got my exercise ball inflated. So I sit on that all day long now when I'm at my computer for work. The first day or two was like a rough adjustment for me. I started sitting on it a lot sooner in my last pregnancy, and now that I'm like feeling very large, the balancing component, I just feel like I'm engaging my leg muscles a lot, and I was like sore the first couple of days, which is silly. But that's been good for me. I can like stretch out a little bit while I'm on it, which is nice, and kind of keep my, hips moving around. So I like that, and I'm sure it's gonna be good the closer I get to labor as well. Doctor stuff. So I'm now having appointments every 2 weeks, which means that we are nearing the finish line on this pregnancy. So that's exciting. I had my 1-hour glucose test and I passed that, which means I do not have gestational diabetes, which is great. So my last appointment that I had, they always measure your belly. They have like a little tape measure and they just measure around your belly. And I was measuring a little bit small. My OB wasn't too concerned, but she did send me to go get a growth ultrasound, she called it, just to check on the baby's measurements and make sure that she's still measuring the proper size. There are a lot of reasons why my belly could have been measuring differently, like depending on the baby's position or like the, something to do with the amniotic fluid. Like there's lots of stuff it could have been, and it could even just not even be a problem. I could just be small. I don't remember ever having concerns with that with Renna, but that could have just been like I was getting a lot of ultrasounds with her anyway, especially toward the end there. So maybe they were just not worried about it because I was being checked already, so they never said anything to me about the belly measurements. So she did send me for a growth ultrasound after this last appointment. I just had that ultrasound a couple of days ago. The results have not posted yet, so I don't know if everything is good or not, but I'm hoping that by our next vlog we will have some updates on if there was anything of concern in that ultrasound. I'm hoping not. The tech didn't give very much away, but we'll see. The other interesting thing from my last appointment was that my OB brought up something from my chart that I was aware of, but nobody has ever, I've seen like a lot of different providers for different reasons during this pregnancy, and nobody has brought that up to me. It's labeled in my chart as a uterine anomaly, and basically the shape of my uterus, it's got like 2 kind of lobes to it. The OB who did my C-section with Renna told me about this after the C-section, so I was aware of it, which is cool. He described it as a heart-shaped uterus. What that means ultimately is that it can be harder for the baby to be in the correct position and stay in the correct position because of the little piece that comes down at the top. It can kind of get in the way. And tilt them one way or the other, which can result in them, you know, flipping around or laying transverse. This baby is still flipping all over the place. I'm only 33 weeks pregnant. It's very normal for babies to continue to rotate and change positions a lot up until like 36, 37 weeks. So nobody's worried about it at this point. I'm not worried about it at this point. But I did with Renna have what they described as an unstable lie, probably now I know because of the shape of my uterus, which just means that she flipped around a lot right at the end of the pregnancy. So, which we knew. This is not like new information. It is very possible that this baby will also have problems getting into the correct position for birth. So we'll see. I did ask at my last appointment if, you know, if she's not positioned correctly, can we still do an ECV? Am I still like a candidate for that? Is it safe having had a C-section previously? And they said yes, that I can still do it. They might be more, you know, cautious about it. Not use as much pressure to try to turn her essentially. But that yes, we can still, you know, try that if she's not in the correct position, if I want to. So that was just kind of interesting to me. I don't know if it's interesting to any of you. Sorry if that was really boring or like TMI. But I'm like fascinated with that stuff. And I think it's good to know so that I can kind of mentally prepare as well for what may happen, you know, or the likelihood of something like that happening again. So I might do a whole vlog on my like birth plans and what I'm expecting to happen when I give birth. Today is not that day because that's a whole other vlog, but at the end of the day, ultimately, all I want is a happy, healthy baby, and a healthy me. So whatever we need to do to get this baby out that is safe and healthy for both of us, that is what I want for my plan. So I'm much more flexible this time around than I was last time. If I end up with another C-section, I end up with another C-section, and that's fine. As long as baby and I are both safe and healthy at the end of the day, we're good, you know? I think that's it. I don't know that there's anything else much to share. This pregnancy so far feels like it's been very smooth sailing and everything has been checking out health-wise, which has been amazing. I've just been able to mostly enjoy it, except for, you know, the uncomfortable pregnancy symptoms. And we're just rocking on here into the 3rd trimester. Just another 6 or 7 weeks probably before this baby comes. So we have a lot to prepare and get ready. But thanks for following along, guys. Keep me in your thoughts these last few weeks as I suffer through my heartburn in the dead of night. Think of me. Think of me.